Good afternoon, welcome along, good evening, good morning, depending where you are across the world. Welcome along to the Euro 2024 Group B encounter between Spain and Croatia. I'm your alternative host, Russ Vernon, and match commentator, and I'll be guiding you through today's match alongside my esteemed colleague, Paul James, who did a fantastic job yesterday on commentary alongside Ethan Garner on the opening game of the tournament. I have just witnessed the second match of Euro 2024 featuring Hungary and Switzerland, with Switzerland winning by 3-1. They're in Scotland and Germany's group. And as the teams emerge from the tunnel here in Berlin, it's Spain against Croatia for you at the Olympia Stadion in Berlin for this opening Group B encounter between Spain and Croatia this afternoon. And as we see the teams emerge from the tunnels, I can tell you the match officials today, and people will be interested to know where they are from and who they are. I can give you that information right now. Michael Oliver of England is the match referee. He's assisted by Stuart Burt and Dan Cook, with Anthony Taylor the fourth official. Then VAR is Stuart Outwell, and assistant VAR number 1 is David Coote, while assistant VAR number 2 is Volban Bokkel from the Netherlands. So everyone bar Paul Van Bokkel are from England in the referee and VAR booths. And the official today, as we speak, the Croatian national anthem is going off around us, which is going out to a big ovation there as we get ready for this brilliant encounter this afternoon. Kick-off in around about 4 minutes' time as Spain take on Croatia. While we're waiting for that, let's bring you the team news. And we are, both sides, I can tell you, are playing a 4-3-3 formation this afternoon. And we'll start off with Spain, who landed with Unai Simon in goal, Dani Carvajal, Robin Lemond, Nacho and Marco Cucurella across the back. Is Pedri, Rodri and Fabian Ruiz in midfield. Lamine Yamal, the youngest player to play in the European Championships of age just 16, starts on the right wing. Nico Williams is on the left wing, and through the middle, the captain for Spain today is Alvaro Morata. The remaining squad is on the bench. I'll run you through those very, very shortly. As for Croatia, then is Dominik Livakovic in goal, Josip Stanjic, Josip Šutelo, Marin Poglacic and Josko Gvardiol across the back. Luka Modric, the captain, alongside Marcel Brozovic and Mateo Kovacic, making his 100th appearance for Croatia today. And then up front, Lovren Mayer and Budimir and Andrej Kramaric lead the line. As I said, I'm joined by my esteemed colleague Paul James alongside me for this game this afternoon. And Paul, as we get ready for kick-off, how do you see this game going today, my friend? And a very good afternoon, good evening, or good morning to you.
Oh, good afternoon, Russ. Good afternoon, everybody. Yes, this is a particularly complex game. Spain at the moment are kind of being a bit sketchy in their form. They did lose to Colombia. They managed a 3-3 home draw with Brazil and victories over Andorra, Northern Ireland and Georgia, games you'd expect them to win. Croatia, well, they've been undefeated in their last 5 games. They're looking at outshooting their opponents 10-3 in that period of time. They're looking very, very good as well. I think you're going to be looking at potentially the top 2 in the group here, quite possibly.
Yes, and as I mentioned, some of the big names on show today in both camps, really. Starting off with Spain, you've got Fabian Ruiz, who's a good player, Marco Correa, who we know a lot about from his time in England at Chelsea, and Simon is a good goalkeeper as well. And then when you look to the bench for Spain, they've got some good players on there. David Raya of Arsenal's on there. Americ Laporte, Jesus Navas on the bench as well. Ferran Torres, Mike Oyarzabal also on the bench. Ayoze Perez as well. Some familiar names there. Joselu as well. And then if you look at the Croatian side, they've got quite a lot of good players in their starting lineup. Luka Modric, Kovacic, Brozovic, Kramaric, Josko Gvardiol as well. Good defender he is. And on the bench, Borna Sosa, a good player. Even Perisic, a good player. Marko Pasalic is a good forward as well. And Nikola Vlasic is also a good player as well, Paul. So they've got some good options on both the starting lineup and on the bench, both teams, haven't they, tonight?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is and both sides have got players that can actually hurt the other. Particularly Spain, they've got an incredibly talented offensive lineup. They've got, as you mentioned, some very good young players as well. And looking at Spain, their squad as a whole, the average age is just 26. It's a hair under 27, as a matter of fact. They're one of the younger squads in this tournament, which is also quite frightening for everybody else in the rest of Europe, knowing how good this team actually is.
Yes, absolutely. And Mike has been on. Very good afternoon to you, Mike. Hopefully you're doing well. He says, hi guys, hope you're both well. Sad day today. Rest in peace to Super Kevin Campbell. He says, one of the players who featured ever late in the early days of him supporting Arsenal alongside Ian Wright as well. And I was going to get your thoughts on that, Paul. Very sad news regarding Kevin Campbell, former Arsenal, Nottingham Forest, Everton player as well. Would you? Very sad news coming out this morning from his media side.
Yeah, very sad. Obviously, it's very upsetting when you hear about the loss of someone like Kevin Campbell. I mean, I've seen the tributes by former players and current players about the man. Obviously, somebody who was very well loved, a very good teammate by the sounds of things, and one that will be missed. So, rest in peace to Kevin Campbell, and I wish his family all the peace at this difficult time.
Yes, as we all do here at the commentary, but I just want to echo those thoughts there. Apologies from everyone here at the commentary to Super Kev's family, friends, and everyone connected with Arsenal, Nottingham Forest, Trabzonspor, Everton, and West Bromwich Albion, some of the clubs he played for during his career. And he'll be really missing seeing tributes from Ian Wright, who played alongside him on social media as well. So big loss to the game there. As we get ready for kick-off then, Spain against Croatia is about to get underway as we get ready for this game as well. Yes, I'll mention about the Millwall goalkeeper in just a second as Luka Modric gets the game off and underway then in the game between Croatia and Spain, and there's a long ball out to this left-hand side for Croatia, looking for the ball on the near side. He went straight out of play there as Croatia looked to go on the front foot early on, as we see Modric playing the ball forward and he's cut out there. So we're looking to... There's been a late change by the looks of it for Croatia, as it looks as though Mario Pasalic has come into the side, just trying to work out who he's come in for. It looks like he's coming up front for Budimir. Not hearing any news as to why of yet. I'll try and get confirmation of that in a moment or two. It looks like a late change there to Croatia, to the starting line from pictures I'm seeing here. I'm not sure whether it's just the sun shining on the players, back of the players' numbers. We'll give you confirmation of that once we can. As here comes Spain down the right-hand side, and this is a good bit of movement from Spain with Yamal, who's the youngest ever player to feature in the tournament, and I can tell you it is the actual starting lineup I gave out. It was just the sun shining on the ball, making number 6 on back of Budimir's shirt, looking like the number 15 for just a moment. 1.5 minutes gone here, Spain 0, Croatia 0, and then he Carvalho cuts inside from Kramaric. That's a good bit of movement there as we see Spain work it across to Nacho and try and get the ball forward down the left-hand side, and they've got it now with Nico Williams, and he comes forward. He's given the ball away as here comes Pogovic, who clears up towards halfway, and Budimir couldn't keep all of possession. And he's won bad there by Spain, by Nomad. And good start to this game from Croatia, Paul, in the opening 2 minutes.
Yeah, a steady start. I think both teams, what they'll probably do, they'll probably be wanting to feel each other out a bit, get familiar with the team's system before you really start seeing any explosive action. I certainly don't think any one of these teams will want to concede an early goal right now. So we might see a little bit of a slow start to this game.
Yes, as Livakovic, the Croatian goalkeeper, comes rushing out to claim the ball there as he looks across over the top, looking for Alvaro Morata to get in behind the Spain captain, who's a good goal scoring record across his international career, not only his international career, but his club career as well. Wherever he's been, he's always found the back of the net as Alvaro Morata. Remember him netting during his time in England as well. And Croatia with a free kick in the middle of the park after a foul there on Lovren Mayer. And Croatia fans getting behind their team early on here and looking to cause a few problems as for this Spain defence as Chutalo gets the ball out wide to the far side of Stanic. That's Chutalo, and he goes all the way back to Livakovic in goal. And now across there to Pongric. He can fetch this ball forward as Croatia will look to come forward from the back in the early exchanges of this game. And I meant to ask you just before kick-off, Paul, as well, like I normally do with my co-commentators. So I'll ask you that all-important question in a minute. And I think you know which question is coming, Paul. And I know you don't like me asking you this question, so I do apologise in advance. But, Paul, if I were to ask you for your score prediction today, what are you going to go for?
Well, this one might be a very, very tight game. I'm going to go for 1-1.
1-1 from Paul. There's no your score prediction as Lamal tries to get the ball in, the youngest player to play in the Euros. And he sets up edge of the penalty area for a shot there looked from Fabian Ruiz. We tried to play through instead to Pedri, who couldn't take it on his stride. But a good bit of start again there from Spain now getting into the game, Paul.
Yeah, they've started to just press a little bit now, Spain, trying to push Croatia back. They've been doing very, very well. I'm impressed with with Yamal. He's getting down that right-hand side and creating one or two problems for Croatia already.
Yes, absolutely, Paul. As Al picks up possession, coming up towards 5 minutes gone here. Spain 0, Croatia 0 as the ball is played out to the far side, which is collected by Marco Correa. A good bit of work by Correa to find Rodri of Manchester City. And he plays it across to the Nomad. And down this side again for Yamal, who's getting a lot of early joy down this right side for Spain. And he's tackling towards the penalty area now. Back to Carvalho, whips it low, ball in. And there's a poor cross from Carvalho's standards. But he gets the ball back just down to Carvalho. And Spain gather the possession. The Nomad to find Nacho. And Nacho will look forward and charge forward unchallenged. And that's a good bit of play there from Nacho to charge forward there for Spain, but they've had to go backwards of the Spanish. And they're just keeping on the possession with Nomad playing it across there to the far side. Now here is Fabian Ruiz dropping deep, looking for Williams in behind. Williams gets into the penalty area and he goes behind for a goal kick. No foul there on Nico Williams. A good start again and a good ball over the top. Just going to keep it in there, Paul.
Yeah, it's inventive play by the Spanish. They've started off really strongly. They're creating opportunities for themselves, getting the ball out wide. And both wide players, in this case Nico Williams and Yamal, are causing Croatia some problems. They're going to have to watch that. There's most of the chances now by Spain that they're trying to create are coming down both flanks.
As Lamal finds Morata to the penalty area, strike saved by Livakovic. Decent effort there by Alvaro Morata, who was teed up by Lamal, but a decent effort, but a scuffed effort in fairness, and an easy save for Livakovic.
Yeah, a save that Livakovic would expect to make. A bit of a disappointing finish. I think they'll have expected to do better there, Morata.
Yes, Alvaro Morata should do a bit better there for Spain, as we have got some breaking news from the world of the Premier League, and we'll tell you about that in a moment, because we have got a youngster, the youngest ever manager in the Premier League now for next season, and that is at the Amex Stadium as Brighton have announced Fabian Husler as their new head coach. The 31-year-old will become the youngest Premier League permanent manager in Premier League history. So, bit of breaking news there from Brighton Hove Albion, as here's Alvaro Morata for Spain, looking to get forward down on the left hand side as he come out across that left hand side of Spain with themselves a throw-in. And Spain will look to cause a few problems. Cucurella back to Ruiz. Fabian Ruiz drops it further backwards there to Nacho, to the Nomad, and he can come up over halfway. We'll bring some more news earlier, which we received earlier on today from Millwall. We got in one of their goalkeepers at the age of just 26, and there'll be some more sad news coming to you on the commentary shortly. As here's Nico Williams on the left hand side for Spain. What can he do here? Back it goes well there to the left back Cucurella, and he's dropped it further back here to Nacho, into Rodri in the middle of the park. Switch of play to the Nomad, who can fetch the ball forward. Brilliant bit of movement here. How wide it goes to Danny Carvajal on the right hand side. He plays the ball in field, and he's picked out Nacho there. And he's a brilliant ball forward in towards the run of Pedri, who can't control it, and Cucurella trying to win the ball back for Spain as Modric is being forced backwards there, and that's a good bit of play. As Suauto trying to get the ball clear, and being forced into playing better than Livakovic to help him get the ball clear, and he sits up towards halfway. Roger wins the header in midfield, and it's up in the air again. Kovacic flicks the ball on. Nacho and the Nomad goes for him, and Modric gets the ball forward. And there's a foul on Alvaro Morata, free kick to Spain here. Michael Irvin not happy with this. With the challenge there by Pogranic. What do you make of this challenge, Paul?
It was a poor one, but I think he's done well to keep his card in his pocket there, Michael Oliver, because yes, it was late, and he caught him, and it would have been painful, of course, but I don't think it does to book early on in these sort of games. There's obviously a lot of emotion involved. It's the first game in the competition for both these teams, so it's good that the referee is using his common sense a little bit here.
Yes, and some bits of news which you may not have heard, Paul, for this Euros to tell you about after this free kick, which Yamal and Williams are standing over this. Will be Williams to deliver the ball in, and he goes all the way behind for a goal kick, poor free kick there from Spain. But I don't know if you've heard, Paul, one of the rulings in this Euros, and to anyone who's going to be covering the games, you want to commentary, listen up. If only the offender and the captain can go and speak to the referee about incidents, about reward of free kicks. If anybody else goes round the referees, they will now be booked in the tournament, and that's probably why we saw quite a bit of bookings in the opening game last night and some bookings in the earlier game today. The other bit of sad news which we had came from Millwall this morning, and their goalkeeper Maciej Sarkic passed away at the age of 26, and everyone of the commentary would like to send their condolences to Maciej's family, friends, and everyone connected with Millwall at this immensely sad time. And also, he had a twin brother, Oliver, who played for Leeds United a few years ago. Rest in peace from everyone here and the commentary to both of those who sadly lost their lives earlier today.
Indeed, yes.
And I know that Paul and everyone on the commentary would like to echo that as well. Mike said last night Switzerland would win 2-0 and Spain would win 3-1. So with Switzerland winning 3-1 earlier, he's going to reverse it and he's going to say 2-0 to Spain this afternoon as Williams fires a shot just wide there, Paul James.
Yeah, not too far away, but it's good to see that the players are really willing to have some shots on goal rather than just try to walk the ball into the net. So I think both teams should be very positive around the edge of the area, not be afraid to let a few shots go. Of course, you can't win the lottery if you don't buy a ticket. In this case, you can't get a goal if you don't shoot on the goal.
Yes, as Kovacic wins a free kick for Croatia there, fouled by Yamal. And Croatia have gone on with the free kick quickly and they've played out wide to Stanic, who can get the ball forward and Croatia will look to attack. Here's Kramaric moves in from that left-hand side of the front three to collect the ball. And to come deep here is Kramaric. And he's coming back as if he's like the left back who's supposed to be Josko Gvardiol, who's so those two maybe switched a little bit. It remains still rational if you just join us here on the commentary. Russ Vernon alongside Paul James for this game. As here come Croatia again is Mateo Kovacic of Manchester City will look to come forward into Luka Modric, who could be playing in his last major tournament for Croatia. He's yet to decide whether that's going to be the case. He is staying on and playing for Real Madrid next season after the talks that he was due to leave Madrid as well. Josko Gvardiol picks up the ball on the left-hand side, and that's good defensive play from Dani Carvajal to win Spain the goal kick there. 13 minutes gone, still 0-0, and good bit of good controller from Josko Gvardiol, but Carvajal did well to get back and just sit it off. Goal kick there, Paul James.
Yeah, again, good creativity, good control, but it was a bit unlucky there. Just going back to what you said, apparently not just Luka Modric, there's Cristiano Ronaldo. It could be his last tournament, could be Manuel Neuer's last tournament. It definitely will be Toni Kroos's last tournament. There's quite a number of players actually in this tournament. We really could be watching their last hurrah.
Absolutely, Paul. There's Croatia, Kovacic to Gvardiol. And good bit of play this from Croatia, just keeping the ball, keeping it away from Spain to make sure they can't get hold of possession and get on the front foot, which they like to do, Spain. And they are coming now as Yamal. Instead of penalty, Yamal can't get a strike and a goal. It slips at the vital moment. And so unlucky there, Paul, that Yamal slipped at that vital moment just as he was about to take a strike or goal.
Always the worst, isn't it? You just slip at the most vital time, even on a fairly reasonably dry pitch. But I do often wonder, on a wet pitch, why players don't wear longer studs. But we do see it happen quite often, don't we? Just a slip at the vital moment.
Yes, as there's Zlatko Dalic, the Croatian boss, looking on as he see how his side gets on in the opening game of the tournament against the Spanish as they look to progress out to the group stage and go to the other Group B encounter later on. Paul James will be back again, but this time in the main commentary chair as he brings you Italy against Albania alongside our very own, the man who's commenting in the chat, Mike Orman, back on the channel for the commentary on commentary duty this afternoon. This evening we're looking forward to having Mike back on this evening for us and to bring us the commentary as always alongside Paul James, who I must say once again, I know I said it earlier on in the broadcast, but for anyone who missed last night's opening match of the tournament that we brought to you, go and check it out. You had Nicholas Jones, you had myself, you had Paul on commentary alongside Ethan. Great broadcast from us all last night to get started with the Euros, and our second live broadcast brings you this Group B encounter between Spain and Croatia in the opening match of Group B, as we bring you the second game in Group B later on as Italy take on Albania. We'll bring you the England game tomorrow with Nicholas Jones, and before that we'll bring you the other Group C encounter between Slovenia and Denmark with Jack Essen in the commentary chair. Paul James will be in Nicholas's chair from last night, in the presenting chair last night, as here comes Croatia down the far side, and that's Maya, who does well, and he goes down as if with a free kick there. Maya, he has in a good position to get the ball into the penalty area there. Maya, fouled by Marco Correa in the end, and dangerous position, crossing position here for Croatia to get the men up from the back, like Sotaro, Bogarecic, potentially Josko Gvardiol inside the penalty area as well here, Paul.
Oh, yeah. This is a good opportunity for Croatia. Get the big men up there, put some pressure on the Spanish defence and the goalkeeper, and we'll see what happens.
Yes, Luka Modric standing over this one. As he will look up, he's trying to deliver the ball into the penalty, and there's Budimir inside the penalty. Sotelo's in there, as I mentioned. What can he do here? We've got Pogunic trying to get him around the back. Gvardiol in there too. And he's whipped in now by Modric. Excuse me, and headed away there by Alvaro Morata. And had a play for the throwing to Croatia, which Stanic will take. Back it goes into the path of Sotelo. Pogunic gets it into midfield where Kovacic is. Back Sotelo now. There's Brozovic out wide, but can't keep the ball in play is Stanic. And he lets the ball go out of play. And there's going to be a throw in here to Spain, which will be taken by Marco Correa, playing a left back today, where he's played sometimes for Chelsea, and the other occasion for Brighton as well, when he played at the Amex Stadium as well. Marco Correa, and he gets the ball for Spain. Nacho into Rodriguez there. Now he's back within the mad, and now it is Carvajal. Down the line he goes to Yamal again, and now they play for a throw game off Josko Gvardiol. I mean, Yamal looks like a decent prospect so far for Spain. Only 16 years of age as well, and he's looking decent here in the tournament so far. It's only 90 minutes of his Euros 2024 debut, Paul.
Yeah, absolutely. He's looked very sharp, and it's fairly built. It's fairly built well. He's a big guy for only 16 years of age, so he's not going to be easily pushed off the ball. He's already got 2 goals for Spain in 6 previous appearances. And a lot of clubs across Europe might be interested in the Barcelona forward.
Yes, absolutely. And he's looking a decent player. If he has a good, decent tournament and Spain go well and go forward, you never know, his value might increase and could potentially have a bidding war on the Barcelona and trying to keep hold of him in. Or we could see some clubs like Man City and Chelsea coming in for him potentially, Paul, I reckon, in the near future.
It's always a possibility. I mean, at that age as well, and being that good, he's only going to get better, isn't he? So, you know, there's going to be a lot of clubs interested if he has a really solid tournament. And so far, he started off very well. He looks fairly effective down that right-hand side.
Yes, absolutely. And he's looking to be a dangerous prospect for Spain in the opening game of the tournament, as here they come again, as Stanic just does well to keep hold of possession, and Maya drops the ball back. It's 20 minutes gone, still 0-0 in the Group B encounter between Spain and Croatia in Euro 2024, as they have possession is spread out to this left-hand side, and Josko Gvardiol brings it down well on his knees and thighs, and back now it goes to Sala from Kovacic. Brozovic dropping deep to be like a back 3 at times, back 5 as Kovacic has possession now, and Croatia just keeping on the ball as Pogunic comes forward over halfway. How about Gvardiol? Back to Pogunic again. And now Kovacic is looking up, and Brozovic in space if he wants to go through the lines, but instead it goes to Stanic and Sotelo. And here comes Croatia with the ball looking for Budimir, and racing out there is Unai Simon, who claims it well. Good bit of play from Spain, and a good move with the Spain goalkeeper there, Paul, to see the run of Budimir there.
Yeah, it's a simple catch, one you'd expect him to make, but Croatia just kind of getting themselves back into this game, creating one or two chances. They've certainly been under pressure for most of this 22 minutes that we've played so far. So they're starting to look a little bit better, coming out the shell a little bit.
Yes, absolutely, Paul. And you're not really expecting Croatia to be in the shell with the quality of players they've got on show today, but normally probably nerves of the opening game, no one loses. Budimir comes in with the header after brilliant cross from Stanic, and it just goes wide there. Budimir and it just goes wide, and that's a decent crossing. As I was saying, Paul, you wouldn't expect him to come out to in the shells very early on, but they can be excused with being the only first game of the tournament.
Yeah, first game in the tournament. No matter how much preparation you've had, sometimes the first game in the tournament, it's nervous. You don't want to concede. The point is you really don't want to be in a position where you're behind the 8 ball and losing your first game. So you're always a little bit nervous, and
yes, absolutely. Paul, is Spain 0, Croatia 0. As you see a shot there of Lamine Yamal, who's, as we keep mentioning, only 16 years of age, and he proves that if you're good enough, then you're old enough, no matter how old you are, you will get game time for your nation or for your club side if you're good enough. Or your manager
standards are
deems
very
you to
high
be
now,
good
though,
enough.
Ross, isn't it?
It is, as Williams gets Yamal in, but the offside flag is up there against Williams. And it's a free kick to Croatia. In fact, they've get offside. So whether they get a free, where they were going to be taking a Croatia, they'd get a foul, but they did give offside, and Croatia have still got possession. They look to get the ball forward, but it's been forced back to Livakovic so far, and it remains 0-0 if you're just tuning into us here on the Commentary 2 JB Sports, focused on football, and also on my personal Twitch channel as well, was pvernon_92. Thank you very much. If you want to get involved, you can do so. Tweet us if you want to. Our Commentary Live 1 is our Twitter handle, or our X handle, I should say now. Visit our Facebook page, is facebook.com/the Commentary Hub, and we'll guide you through this game, and you can see what other games we've got coming up in the tournament. We'll put out what games we've got coming up this week later on this evening, so you can tune in at the times and you can be able to find out who's covering what game here on the Commentary Hub. And we'll put out every single week on a Sunday what we've got for the upcoming week of the tournament. Every game where we've covered most games of Euro 2024. This is our second live offering of the tournament so far, as there's a free kick being given there to Spain, following a foul by Budimir, and they will go with possession with Nacho to Rodri, back to Nacho again, and Nacho will look forward, will he? Yes, he will look forward. Goes to Kukurea on the left hand side, down the line to Williams, and Williams is forced back and is out of play for a throw in. Good challenge from Maya there, and Williams looking to cause a number of problems already down that left hand side, and that's really where Spain's joy has been so far in the opening 25 minutes, down both flanks. Just as I say that, they give the ball away, Scrummage intercepts all the way back to Livakovic, but Spain's joy has come down the flanks, Paul, down both sides, and they need to try and go through the middle a bit more, Spain, and they could do that now as they come forward. Williams on the left hand side from the pass from Ruiz, and he comes to Yamal in the back post, can't keep the ball in. Well, as I say, Paul, Spain's dangerous moments have come from down either side, either through Yamal or Williams.
Yeah, we saw in that last bit of play there, Williams' cross just went away from Yamal on the back post. But they are looking very strong from that position. I don't know if they need to change that way up, Ross. I just think they need to get more players in the box on the end of some of those crosses and see if they can maybe turn some of these crosses into real goal-scoring chances.
Yes, but what I'm thinking is, Paul, the more they keep doing what they are doing, likes of, say, going down both flanks, Croatia will latch onto that and will stop the supply down the flanks. So they need to try and work something else out in game, even though that's already working for them.
Well, perhaps, but I mean, if it was me, I wouldn't change it at the moment. Seems to be working right now. They do need a B plan, of course. I think they should be looking at maybe pressing down the middle a little bit as well, just to test out the two centre backs. But at the moment, it's working for Spain, and they just need to turn some of these balls into the box into chances, because that's what's missing right now.
Yes, as Gvardiol drops it back to Livakovic. Just chances are missing, not just for Spain, it's also missing for Croatia as well, as we played 27 minutes. And in a moment, Paul, we'll get your thoughts on the opening 27, 28 minutes in a moment after this Croatian attack, if it can force an attack, as Gvardiol has got all the way back to Livakovic. And he will look to go down the far side this time with Sotelo into Brozovic. Brozovic will look up and he will be forced to go back by Pedri to Pogonic. Can he get the ball forward here for Croatia? He goes to Kovacic instead, back to Pogonic. Again, down the line it goes. And this is good for the play. Modric is popped up on this left-hand side now of the midfield. And he's skimming away as now here comes Rodri for Spain, and we'll get support as Morata breaks through. Alvaro Morata's through 1-1, and Alvaro Morata has opened the scoring for Spain. It has been coming for Spain, and Alvaro Morata has given Spain the opening goal on 28 minutes, and it's Spain 1, Croatia 0, Paul James.
Yes, very close. It was being played onside by Marin Pongracic. It was just playing him onside there. He didn't step up with the rest of the defenders, and as a result, Morata just broke through the middle there and just placed it under Dominic Livakovic and gives Spain the 1-goal lead. This is what I think the game needs, is a goal.
Yes, it is. We've just got that now, Paul. Maybe this is going to liven things up now for us, because Croatia will need to come out. Croatia will need to try and get the next goal, which could leave it open at the back for more goals for Spain in this game.
Well, certainly a possibility. You'll be able to kind of see that as the game goes on, but also if Spain are not careful, they could end up falling asleep and conceding a goal themselves.
Yes, and you always are the most vulnerable when you've just scored a goal. So Spain are the most vulnerable now, especially if Croatia can get on the front foot here. But they've got in with Brozovic at this moment in time on the left-hand side, as Spain have just took the lead. Alvaro Morata with the goal on 29 minutes rather than 28, as we originally mentioned. I do apologise for that, but Spain leaders. A shot comes in from Kovacic from the edge of the penalty area, and that's what we mean by Spain almost getting caught out virtually straight away, Paul, after just scoring.
Yeah, they didn't pick him up, did they? He was allowed to run right to the edge of the area and strike that shot. He'll be disappointed. He should have done better. But on his 100th cap, he nearly puts the ball in and makes it 1-1. But the goalkeeper, Simeon, just gets down well for that. But that Spain have to be careful. They can't afford to fall asleep.
Yes, as Cucurella's ball down the line is blocked out for a throw into Spain here, which Cucurella will take again, and Spain will look to cause a few problems here now and look to try and get things on the front foot if they may, as we bring you this game today between Croatia and Spain and Croatia, which the Spanish lead by a goal. Cucurella to take the throw in. He takes it quickly to Pedri, and good ball backwards, and is Yamal away. Can Yamal get on the end of this? Can he keep the ball in as well? He can do both. And he's attacking the penalty area now. Yamal comes inside. Can he get a striker goal? Yamal, a separate teammate there in Williams, comes back to Yamal again against Brozovic, and the youngster does really, really well to get to Pedro, edge of the penalty area. Going to strike from here. And they're still getting 2-0. Oh, what a fantastic goal from Fabio Ruiz. Ethan, it's Spain who take a 2-goal lead early on here. And Fabio Ruiz makes it 2-0 on 32 minutes. And Spain are well and truly in control now, Paul James.
Yeah, there goes my 1-1 prediction. But again, Lamine Yamal down the right hand side was orchestrated that opportunity. The ball was played then to Pedri and across then to Fabian Ruiz. Fabian Ruiz turned two Croatia defenders and drilled it into the left-hand corner of Dominik Livakovic. It took a deflection, but it was enough to give Spain a 2-goal lead.
Yes, absolutely. And Fabian Ruiz with the goal there to make it 2-0 to Spain. And what a fantastic, well-worked goal from Spain again. And that man, once again, that we've been speaking about already this game, in Lamine Yamal, involved yet again. He's been involved in everything that's been good for Spain down on this right-hand side. And also, even when they've started on the right and switched across the left, he's doing really well. But Fabian Ruiz with the goal there to make it 2-0 to Spain. And what a start for the Spanish. And Croatia now really need a goal back. And Josko Gvardiol will try and provide that into Andrej Krmic. And a shot from Bozovic, saved. And Meyer into the side netting. Almost an instant response from Croatia there.
What a chance.
Fantastic save yet again, Paul James.
Yeah, once again though, Spain caught cold, and it was a super save by Simeon. But there again, on the back post, I know it was a tight angle, but he really should have scored from there, or at least hit the target.
Yes, Simon with a fantastic save, and then Meyer really should have hit the target and then Simon make another save there, but didn't really do that in all fairness. Which I was a bit surprised at, to be perfectly honest with you, Paul. I was a bit surprised I didn't really force the keeper into making a save there, which would have probably expected to happen.
Yeah.
And now we've come up towards 11 minutes to go till half time, Paul. Just give us your thoughts on the first half as we've from on the opening 34 minutes so far in this game, Paul.
Well, it's a story of one team taking the chances and the other not. Spain has taken the chances that they've had, the two major chances that they've had. They've also been a lot stronger down both sides of the wings. They're struggling to handle Yamal and Nico Williams. So Croatia struggling defensively, but Spain have been caught out a couple of times where Croatia might have been able to have had one or two goals. As it stands, Croatia can't afford to miss chances like that because they won't get many. And Spain are looking very, very impressive early on in this game.
Yes, as Spain, as we've just mentioned, that Nico Williams has just won inside a corner after a good ball over the top. As Paul was speaking there, remains Spain 2, Croatia 0. Krmic back doing a bit of defending this time. Up from the midfield is Rodri in there. Up from the back is Nacho and Carvajal. And we saw Carvajal score from a corner for Real Madrid in the Champions League final. We'll look to do this again here today. Fabian Ruiz across to the corner, then on the edge of the penalty area this time in case he goes away. And his header just over the top in the end by the Nomad, and he's behind for a goal kick. And decent header, unmarked. Should be doing better there, Paul James.
Yeah, I mean it was a tough one because he couldn't get his head over the ball. But it's again chances created, isn't it?
Yeah, another chance created. Spain 2, Croatia 0 as Marco Correa we're going to take a throw in as Alvaro Morata is helped to his feet by Dominik Livakovic after he charged into him as he tried to clear the ball away. Livakovic there. Accidental, mind you. This is Pedri now for Spain. Drops it into Carvajal's path. And gets it back to Pedri. And a bit of movement from Pedri now. And here they come again to Spain with Carvajal. Back into Pedri, who's got Yamal out wide. When instead he goes inside. And a bit of control there from Fabian Ruiz. Out to Yamal, back into Rodri this time and Mel again to Carvajal and the Nomad into the path of Nacho. And Nacho comes forward out of defence and he's still going to be unchallenged. And 1-0 from Nacho into Williams. Morata, Cucurella, cross. Fired in and wide. And Cucurella stayed down here. What's the referee get here? Is he get a goal kick? Or is he get a decision to spin it? Well, let's look and see the action of the referee, Michael Edwards, to get here. He's given no penalty here. And for me, that's a correct decision, Paul.
Yes, there was no penalty there. It's, I mean, I don't think he died, but it was there was no penalty in my opinion.
Yes, we receive the goal again from Fabian Ruiz. Take a deflection of Shatalo. Shatalo there through and beyond Livakovic, and that's why Livakovic saw it a bit late and didn't react to it till late as well. Spain 2, Croatia 0 as we watch on, and it's a fantastic bit of play from Croatia at the back. But defensively, Croatia have not looked really good so far. As here they come, this time forward Maya. What can Maya do? He drops the ball back as Croatia just keep hold of the ball with Stanic and into the midfield, and Brozovic now can find Kovacic. Kovacic trying to get the ball forward. It's a pure for handball. Is he blocked? No, but there's a man gone down. Pedri's gone down. He's hit his head. Michael Evans stops the play. Pedri being down here, and while he's down here, we just look at this again. He did, as we see.
Yeah.
We see it again. He gets it bang in the middle of the face, right on his nose there from Mateo Kovacic there. But I've been a bit surprised with how poor the Croatian midfield is. The Spanish midfield, to say they've not got much experience in there in Pedri, Rodri and Ruiz, there is very much of a surprise to see how well they're doing against this experienced Croatia midfielders. We see the goals again. There's the first one from Alvaro Morata.
Well, I mean, they're such an exciting team, Spain. In the midfield, they're moving the ball well. They're passing it well. They're transitioning from defence to attack very quickly. So this doesn't surprise me. I mean, this Croatian team are the second oldest behind Germany, and they're just under 28 years of age as an average.
Yes, absolutely, Paul. As we get ready for this kick-off then. Spain 2, Croatia 0 is your scoreline if you're just joining us. We're spending alongside you for this game as we keep you bang up to date with everything that's going on in the Euros on the channel. Earlier on today, from Group A, Switzerland beat Hungary by 3-1. And Paul, you know I like to make jokes when I'm on commentaries. I'm going to make one here. Switzerland, I think Switzerland definitely more hungrier for the victory today than Hungary were.
Yeah. Ka-ching.
I won't give up my day job, guys, don't worry. If I did, I'd stop bringing your commentaries on here. And that will never happen for such a long time to come yet. There's a free kick foul on Luka Modric. And a free kick goes to Spain. Against Spain, should I say, as Croatia have a free kick. Kovacic has possession. And he's going to Modric this time, and now Brozovic. And this is a good bit of play to Stanic. And Stanic gets it out wide to Brozovic. Stanic again. And he's dropped it further back in. Good bit of play here from Croatia to keep on of possession, and they're coming forward. Brozovic into Modric, and what can Modric do here now? And is Kramaric gets away from Modric. Onside is Maya. Maya delivers a cross in. Let's go before the back across goal, and fantastic save from Unai Simon. And that's a fantastic save by Simon there. Keeper Josko Gvardiol.
What a chance again. Josko Gvardiol, first of all, thought it was a really good save from Simon. But on the back post there is Budimir. And all he has to do is get a touch on it, and it's 2-1. And he's just not able to get there. But once again, that's another chance spurned by Croatia.
Yes, and just seen as we were speaking there, Paul, on the replay, they've given a goal kick here, and I think that's correct. Because on the replay, Unai Simon didn't touch the ball there. We were decent effort back across goal, and you just needed someone to slide into the back post there, Croatia, and it would have been 2-1, and it would have been game on again. As Livakovic has the ball in the back, almost closed down by Pedres. That's almost won the ball back there. He's behind for a goal kick to Croatia. Coming towards the final 3 minutes of this first half. Plus however many minutes stoppage time we will get at the end of this game as we see Spain lead by 2-0 in the opening match in Group B. Later in Group B, we'll have Italy against Albania. Let me remind you, with the match commentary team of Paul James alongside Mike Ornament. Mike Ornament making his long-awaited return to the commentary hub for the coverage of the opening match of the tournament for Italy and Albania, the reigning champions Italy, to give them the full title. And Paul, when you look at, I know not many teams have played just yet, but when you look at the calibre of players Italy have got on showing this tournament, and with the opening game last night and then the earlier game today, and now this start of this game, do you think with the calibre of the squad Italy have got, do you think they've got a chance of potentially retaining the Euros?
Well, there's always a chance. I mean, they've got some wonderful players. And you've got goal scoring threat in, of course, Raspadori, Scamacca, Lorenzo Pellegrini, and also Nicola Barella.
Just pick up here in the post, push the ball in, and almost there's Williams, but fantastic diving save there by Livakovic in the end.
Yeah, it's a good save by the goalkeeper, but yeah, there's very easy possibility that Italy could retain the title. They've got the players to do it, that's for sure.
They have indeed, Paul, as Spain just keep hold of possession and they'll try and go forward here. Now as Kovacic finds Kramaric, and now here comes Chutelo, and now Modric has possession. He will bring the ball over halfway and charge forward. Gvardiol back into Luka Modric again, and Modric will look up and will try and come forward. Here is Gvardiol into the path then of Maya. Maya, can he get the ball in the penalty area? He can't. Crossed off from a crossing position this time around. Kramaric will line up a shot from long range and just wide. And I don't think he was that far wide in there from Andrej Kramaric. We'll see it again here. And yeah, he was well wide in the end. But another chance there for Croatia, going wide there, Paul James.
Yeah, it's once again, it'd be hoping to hit the target, but wide it goes. And to be honest with you, Croatia spurned 1 or 2 chances in this first half that they'll probably would like to have had back.
Yes, absolutely. Paul, as we bring you the coverage of Spain against Croatia, is almost to stop each other at the end of this first half, which we will have a minimum of, and we'll tell you in a moment as we get confirmation of how many minutes of stoppage time has been added on by Michael Oliver. 2 minutes of stoppage time has been added on at the end of this first half, and now here come Croatia just keeping the ball as Kramaric. There was a crossing towards the back post, but he is in there to Kovacic. Let's see one from Modric. And Luka Modric does well. Wonderful bit of play from Kramaric into Kovacic, who lines up a shot, and it's a wayward shot in the end from the Croatian midfielder, and just wide in the end there, Paul.
Yeah, I mean, he got a hold of it, but he just pulls the shot wide. It was about 30 yards out. It was, again, it's always worth the effort. You put the ball on goal and good things can happen, but that shot was a little bit wayward.
Yes, and there's a goal kick then to Spain to be taken by Unai Simon. And Spain lead by 2 goals. So if you're just joining us, goals on 29 and 32 minutes respectively from Alvaro Morata and Fabian Ruiz with the goals for Spain today as the ball is played forward and Williams is in behind. Can it be a 3-0 suspension for half time? Williams crossing, looking for Pedro, is cut out and behind for a corner. Now almost the time the ball to perfection there. It would have been 3-0. Pedro was in an onside position and unmarked inside there, but good recovering from Pogranic. In the end, there's a final act of the first half will be this corner kick then potentially for Spain, as they will look to get a third will there before half time, or will they just look to keep the ball as Yamal goes across and then it's 3-0. Danny Carvajal steams in round the back, and Danny Carvajal has made it 3-0 to Spain, and it's surely now game, set and match for Spain against Croatia. Can't see them coming back from this now, and Spain lead by 3-0, Paul James.
Well, I'll talk about the crossing in a moment, which was delightful, but I have to say that was the worst piece of defending. We saw some pretty bad defending last night in the Germany v Scotland game, but this was also very poor. But I have to say the ball in the box by Yamal was absolutely superb. Right in the box, right to the feet of Danny Carvajal, who was ghosting in there. And I don't see any way back for Croatia now.
Yes, and Croatia well and truly behind in this game, and Danny Carvajal is added to the goals from Morata and Ruiz to make it 3-0 to Spain at half-time, as the half-time whistle goes at the end of this first period. And Paul James, just give us your roundup on that first half before we go for an half-time break.
Well, we got the goals from Fabian Ruiz and Morata and Carvajal. Really have to point to some of the Croatian defending, which hasn't been fantastic in that first half. But also, it's important to remember that they've had chances themselves. They've had chances from Budimir's had chances, Gvardiol's had chances, Kovacic, and they've not taken any of them. So, I mean, at the end of the day, yes, it's 3-0, and yes, Spain have been the better team. Doesn't tell the entire story, though. I suspect the coach of Croatia, Zlatko Dalic, will be wanting to have a word with some of his offensive players.
Yeah, absolutely, Paul. I would imagine you're not far wrong with that in the assessment, therefore, of Croatia, what their manager will be doing at half time, speaking to his players. So until the second half, join us back in around about 15 minutes' time for the start of the second half, where Spain are in the lead by 3-0. Welcome back to coverage of Spain against Croatia with the scoreline of Spain 3, Croatia 0 at half time as we get ready for the second half to get underway. And a quick question to my man sitting at the side of us this afternoon, Mr. Paul James. And Paul, question for you as the teams emerge from the start, ready for the start of this second half. How do you see this second half going? What do Croatia need to do in order to get back into this game?
Well, I don't know if there is a way back, if I'm being honest. Perisic looks like he's coming on. That will give them some extra added threat up front. But I think it's going to be a long way back. They need to start taking the chances when they get them in the second half and see if they can drive themselves back in the game. One goal be enough to make it interesting.
It will indeed, Paul. If you was Zlatko Dalic at half time, what would you have said to your players there? As we see Ivan Perisic on the pictures there, as Paul Ryan mentioned, he will be the man coming on at half time for Croatia, one of the first of 5 changes allowed by Croatia. Or will he be coming on here? Because we've just seen him with his kit off, and he's gone and sat back into the dugout, it looks like. As Spain get ready to kick us off. Looks like no changes as of yet. Or will there be a change? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it doesn't look like Perisic is coming on just yet for Croatia. As me and Paul both thought. Maybe saw there just giving some instructions, having warmed up in his kit, and they may have just decided against it for now. But as the second half is underway, an early goal kick for Croatia, if you was in the Spanish camp and you was Luis de la Fuente, what would you have been saying? What would you have said to your players at half time after that first half performance, which sees you going at 3-0 up?
Well, I'd be looking at strengthening the defending a little bit, but I would have brought on Perisic actually, bring some extra attacking. An extra attacking formula into the game a little bit, because they've had the chances of Croatia, they just haven't taken them. So maybe they need somebody else up there who can put the ball in the net.
Yes, and Spain have looked good at the back. You would have thought the Spain manager Luis de la Fuente would be very, very happy with his side's performance.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not that defensively they've been poor, but on the whole, it doesn't look like they've done altogether too bad. But I think they just need to start taking the chances a bit and tighten up in defence. the thing is, it's a long way back now, and they need a quick goal, really, if they're going to get back into this game.
Yes, and if you look at Spain, Paul, they'd have been happy with that first half performance, wouldn't they?
Oh, yeah, they'd be very, very happy with that first half performance. At the end of the day, they've been very, very effective, both on and off the field, both on defence and on the front as well. They'll be very happy with that overall performance in the first half. They've dominated the midfield. I suspect the Spanish coach De La Fuente would probably have said to his team, "Just go, keep doing what you're doing."
Yes, and Spain are coming forward again. It was Marco Correa finds Fabian Ruiz there, but he couldn't take it in his stride. But Correa battling back to win it, try and win it back, but gives away a win to Croatia as Maya picks up possession. As we go through the team's feed now, no changes for Spain, and also no changes either for Croatia. So the lineups for the second half will line up like this: Simon in goal, Carvajal, the Nomad, Nacho, and Cucurella across the back for Spain. Pedri, Rodri, and Ruiz, then three men in midfield, and then up front is Lamine Yamal, Alvaro Morata, either as there's a stoppage in play. Head injury for Dani Carvajal is why Michael Oliver has stopped the play here. The score of the third is down with an head injury as he's down receiving some treatment here. We'll bring you the Croatia side as we just look at this again. And it's Kramaric who catch him in the face with a flailing arm there as he tries to go for the ball. No yellow card for me. We'll get your thoughts in a second, Paul, as we run you through the Croatia side. It's Livakovic in goal, Stanic, Chutalo, Bogunic, and Josko Gvardiol across the back. Modric, Brozovic, and Kovacic in midfield. Maya, Budimir, and Kramaric in attack. And Paul, your thoughts on that challenge there from Andrej Kramaric? Should he be penalised for that card there?
Well, we've seen it before, given the yellow cards in the Premier League, and we do have a Premier League referee. It depends. I think it might have been accidental, and if that's the case, sometimes you've just got to be a little bit lenient because football is a contact sport.
Absolutely, Paul. As here come Croatia with possession with Livakovic, and he will try and get this ball forward. Can the header be won there? The answer to that is no. It remains 3-0 to Spain in Euro 2024 as a foul is committed there as a free kick has been given, fouled by Granic, the centre-back there on Rodri. There was a late challenge as well. I'm surprised that's not been gone into a yellow card because, as you mentioned, Paul, Premier League referee Michael Oliver, those sort of challenges in the Premier League, and we have seen as we cover the Premier League game on the commentary hub, we've seen those types of challenges result in yellow cards. So I'm surprised there's no yellow card there for the challenge on Rodri.
Well, they might have been advised to go easy with the yellow card. Of course, when you pick up a yellow card in the first game, you've got 2 group games to get through, and potentially facing another yellow card and a suspension. I believe they do reset after the group games, though.
Yes, it remains Spain 3, Croatia 0 as the ball is with Luka Modric. As Croatia look to cause a problem for Spain, but it doesn't look like they are doing at the moment, with them trailing by 3-0. And a little bit later on, and when I say a little bit later on, quite a bit later on, in around about 35 minutes or so, we'll be going to Paul James to ask for his player of the match. And so far, anyone on the Spanish side, especially the 2 wingers in Yamal and Williams, they're definitely going to be up there in your thinking for player of the match at the end of this game, Paul.
No spoilers yet, Ross.
Yes, but those 2 have played well so far, haven't they? Today
they have. They have been very good today for sure.
Yes, absolutely. As Brozovic with possession finds Modric, who now finds Stanic. Stanic does well, keeps on of possession for Modric. Stanic again. Brozovic has possession. Kovacic almost lost out. and he goes down. Morata says he didn't touch him. Play on, says the referee, Michael Oliver. And now Williams, fancy skill from Williams, and Spain could come away down the left-hand side. Good bit of ball. And Pedri, he's got Morata through the centre, should have played it wide to Yamal. But Pedri's got the ball again. Pedri, Yamal! Oh, fantastic save by Livakovic. That really should have been 4-0 to Spain, and Yamal should have had a debut goal at the age of 16 in the Euros. A fantastic save from Livakovic. Denies the youngster, Paul James.
Yeah, he's already got an assist, the youngest player to ever have an assist at the Euro. I think he did everything exactly right there. I think you've got to give credit to Livakovic. That really was a super save.
Yes, super save, diving away to his right-hand side, and just unfortunately for Spain, no one was following that up there. He could have had 2 assists there, could the youngster, who's played absolutely fantastic so far, in my opinion. For me, if I was picking a player of the match, Paul, I know I'm not, there's going to be yours. Brozovic concedes a corner, very cheap corner, to give away there from a Croatian point of view. If I were going to play the match out, Paul, he would definitely be up there for me. But I know it's your job today, you're not getting any spoilers out. But for me, he's up there in my reckoning. If I was picking one today, Yamal, as I said in his case, if he gets a goal as well, that probably would have topped it. But we'll have to wait and see if he does get a goal. But so far, fantastic performance from the youngster who's only 16 years of age. He's got position again, and he's done well again from Kovacic, all the way across there. And Yamal again is the architect of Croatia's downfall and the Spain's attack minded stuff there. And Morata just deflected it out. Yeah, but that was a dangerous ball in again from the youngster, Paul James.
Oh, he's terrorising them, isn't he? He's absolutely terrorising that defence. They don't know how to handle him at this time. We've only just played about 10 minutes of the second half, Ross. It's going to get worse. I don't fancy defences trying to handle him as the tournament goes on.
Yeah, depending how far Spain get in this tournament, which you can see being quite a bit, and there's going to be a yellow free kick here to Croatia. Eye-boot by Luka Mod by Alvaro Morata, who says he was going for the ball, and the manner we thought was coming on at half-time, he's still Anthony Taylor getting ready to potentially come on in a few moments. Ivan Perisic. Also, so is Zlatko Dalic as well, his manager. There's some final piece of instructions as Spain lead by 3-0 as wonderful bit of interchange. Now here comes Modric. Kovacic out wide. That's fantastic bit of play in towards the penalty area. Kovacic getting inside the box. To Kovacic. Budimir. Savanic. Oh! Budimir again. Kovacic. Oh! Modric. Kovacic is in there. Somehow Spain winning themselves a goal kick, but somehow Croatia didn't score there, Paul. How is that not gone in from a Croatian point of view?
Well, when it's not your night, it's not your night. I mean, they did everything but put the ball in the net, but you have to give credit to Cucurella and Simeon defending there on the goal line. Really good defending, hard working there to make sure that they keep the clean sheet. Good work there.
Yes, and fantastic defensive where there's Kramaric almost going header in on goal. Simon punched away. There's the substitutions. Budimir, that was his last chance trying to score there, Budimir, as he's replaced by Ivan Perisic there as Budimir comes off. And just a word on Budimir's performance there, in your opinion, Paul, how do you think he's done for Croatia?
Well, he's missed 1 or 2 chances, including that last one. I think as a whole, he's probably one of Croatia's more dangerous players, but he's not been able to take the chances that he's had. I can understand why Zlatko Dalic has decided to replace him.
Yes, and with that change, Ivan Perisic moves out to the left wing with Andrej Kramaric now in the centre of the threes. Yamal gets away again down the left-hand side, gets away from Vivadil into the penalty area. Yamal does well, holds up the play. Who is looking for support, and he has it in Williams. Williams does well, edge of the penalty area. Ruiz is there. Ruiz is there, and there's a free kick. Foul on Fabi Ruiz. Says Michael Oliver, fouled by Luka Modric as well, it seems. Yes, just hold on to Fabian Ruiz. Wouldn't let him go, wouldn't let him get away. So Brozovic could nip in and get the ball. They're taking it quickly and spinning on the attack. Shot with the brought it by the referee wasn't ready. Michael Oliver wasn't ready. Fabian Ruiz just having a laugh and a joke with Michael Oliver there for taking that far too quickly for his liking. Williams was there too. Yamal was there as well. But that was taken far too quickly for his liking, Michael Oliver's liking there. And that, otherwise that could have easily been 4-0. Spain with Croatia sleepwalking in this defence. With 26 metres to go, Yamal and Williams standing over there. So will it be the youngster Yamal? Will it be the more experienced in Williams? It is Yamal who got goal straight into the Croatian wall, and Kukurea picks up possession midway inside the Croatian half. And now is Williams on the left-hand side, where he loses out on Stanic. Gets it to Modric, Kramaric, Stanic again. Wonderful bit of interchanges. Knocked back. Here is Williams now for Spain, and attacking down the left-hand side. Williams plays a ball inside to Ruiz. Can't pick out the youngster Yamal. Croatia can come forward here. And is Maya. Maya does well. Keeps hold of the ball. What can he do now? He finds Luka Modric. Modric does well. And he gets the ball into the path there of Stanic. How wide again to Luka Modric. Stanic wanted the return. He asked for the return but didn't get there. And Modric was saying, why did you ask for the return if you didn't get there? And there's a free kick foul on Pedri on the edge of the penalty area. And Spain have a free kick and a bit of a respite here for that foul there as Croatia was on top. But for me, Modric won the ball there.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit unlucky, but it's not really been Croatia's night at all tonight. They've huffed and they've puffed, but the Spain team has been much stronger.
Yes, and there's going to be a substitution in a moment coming up very shortly for Spainers. We see the man coming on and the man coming off for Spain is Pedri, and Pedri has done well today. Paul looked good, caused a few problems, got far from midfield as well. What do you make to his performance today, Paul?
Well, Pedri's done very, very well in the midfield, and part of that midfield that has just worked really hard all the way through. And you have to take your hat off to him. You have to take your hat off this entire team. They've really performed very, very well, and they've made Croatia, which is a very good side on paper, look pretty ordinary.
Yeah, to be fair, in my opinion, Paul, he looks pretty average. Looking pretty average, looking like. I know this is a very good Croatian side, and they've got some very good players in there, but at times, when you're looking at how Croatia are playing in this game, in my opinion anyway, Paul, I don't know what you think, but in my opinion as well, Paul, is looking like they have not played together before.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they've had
I don't know whether I've been a little bit harsh with that there, Paul, when not as become forward here with Kramaric. Good ball from Kramaric, and Carvalho chested back to Simon, and it remains 3-0 to Spain.
Not harsh, but I mean, I think that they've played okay. I think defensively they've made errors, and they haven't taken their chances. I think Spain on the whole have played very, very well. They've worked hard. They've worked hard defensively. They've created chances. They've had most of their joy down the flanks all the way through the game, and Croatia have not been able to deal with that.
So they're coming down the flank again here now with Kukurea on this left-hand side. What does he have to do with the ball? He goes back into Fabian Ruiz, who drops it further back to Nacho. So finish your point now then, Paul.
Yeah, I think Zlatko Dalic might have to take some heat here because he hasn't made any changes to the two fullbacks that have had to deal with Williams and Yamal. So I just wonder why he hasn't done that. He must have seen that they'd made a threat at half time.
Yes, and I'm surprised that it took to the 56th minute to fetch on even Perisic when you thought that he changed something at half time, especially when he was on the pitch in his full kit just before the second half started as well, Paul.
Yeah, he chose to wait for that, which was an interesting one, wasn't it?
Yeah, normally when you're in your full kit just after half time, before the second half kicks off, you normally come in at half time, but for whatever reason, Zlatko Dalic decided to wait and see how well this went. And to be honest with you, from my personal opinion, the start of the second half didn't go very, very well to Croatia. Yes, they've not conceded it again, but they're still playing like they were in the first half, not able to create chances, not able to stop Spain on the when they've got ball coming forward. Yes, I know Spain haven't scored, but they've not been able to get the ball off them when they've come forward down the wings with Williams or Yamal. And sometimes when Yamal's moved across to this left-hand side to partner with Williams, that's when they've been troubled even more because they've got the two wingers who are causing problems, doubling up against the full-backs at times.
Yeah.
And now, Miles inside of the penalty area, Cucurella goes down. Cucurella wins this side, a free kick foul, and Spain have taken it quickly, and they've given the ball away to Luka Modric. And Modric finds Stanic. Stanic has got the ball in towards Kramaric. Kramaric will cross in, cleared away behind for a throw-in. And I was surprised that Nacho decided to take the free kick very, very quickly when none of the rest of his teammates were on the same wavelength as Modric. There was a crossing towards the back post for Ivan Perisic, who brings it down well. Perisic does well. Can he keep the ball in play over on that far side of the left? He can. Back he goes to Bogdanic. Bogdanic, what can he do with possession? He can fetch the ball forward. Yes, he goes out wide. And here is Ivan Perisic. Perisic with the low crossing, cleared away. In the end, it's behind, is it? No, he just keeps the ball in play, which will mean Croatia will come again as Bogdanic has possession once more. And Spain have got a man down inside the centre circle. Not an head injury. He's holding his head though, but he's not an head injury. As Yamal charges forward. Spain are continuing. And Yamal's coming forward again. Wonderful skill from the youngster. It's the penalty against Brozovic now. Yamal does well. Keeps all of the play. Back to Carvajal. Carvajal gets it to Reef does well. Gets it back now to the centre circle, and Nacho from the Nomad, and Morata gets the ball out wide and he puts it out of play. Morata, and he's having to come off here. Alvaro Morata passes the armband over to Rodri, so there's going to be substitution here with Alvaro Morata coming off. The goal scorer of the opening goal of the game is coming off as Croatia will make the double substitution first. And coming off for Croatia, we will see Luka Modric come off for Mario Pasalic, which I'm very surprised. And the other change sees Mateo Kovacic come off for Sucic. And I'm surprised by the substitutions taking off Modric and Kovacic. So Modric when he can unlock defences, and Kovacic has done well in this game so far as well. I'm surprised by those there, Paul. Are you?
No, not really. I think the game has gotten away from Croatia now. I think it's more or less damage limitation. And obviously they want these players fit for the next game. So, they don't want to, like Spain have Italy next, Croatia have Georgia. So have your best players fit for the next game, which they can relatively expect to win.
Yes, it remains 3-0 to Spain, and Croatia are back in possession. Spain were ready to make the substitutions, and Croatia go with the game and won't let Spain make the substitutions. And here is Morata still on the field at the moment, giving the armband to Rodri already, so we know that he's going to be one of the players coming off in a minute for Spain against Croatia as Bogdanic has possession, and here's Brozovic as they look to come forward to Croatia. And they've got with Ivan Perisic, and he does well here. Perisic up against Yamal, and Yamal sticks with him, and Yamal's doing well up against him as delivers a cross in, and that's a claim in the end by Pasalic. And that's a save by Unai Simon. And it remains Spain 3, Croatia. And we see that cross again from Perisic. Paul, decent ball in, with 2 near the goalkeeper. And it remains 3-0 as the substitutions are now being made. Alvaro Morata is one of the players coming off. He's replaced by Mike Oyarzabal. And Williams is the other one coming off. Morata and Williams coming off, and I'm surprised by Williams coming off here as well. As Mikel Moreno is the other one coming on for Spain. And it remains 3-0 to Croatia. And he's back with Unai Simon as the ball is played forward. And Paul, can I just get your thoughts on Williams' performance today? Paul, if you're speaking, we just can't hear you at the moment. We're having a few technical difficulties with Paul at the moment. We'll try and establish the lines in a moment. We may have gone back now.
We're here, yeah. I'm sorry, I don't know what happened there. Nico Williams on that side has been very, very impressive, creating chances. It's been really the thorn in Croatia's side as the balls down the flanks, and they've never been able to resolve that. So Nico Williams goes off, but it's been a wonderful performance today by him.
Yes, absolutely. The ball's out of play for a throw-in to Croatia. To Spain, as they've gone with it quickly, with Croatia having an inquest in themselves there. It remains Spain 3, Croatia 0. Moreno drops it back to Cucurella. And then a good bit of work as Almo is going away. And Almo's away down this left-hand side, and the Almo does well. Cuts the infield. And Oyarzabal on now in as well. And he come on to replace Alvaro Morata. Morata's got a goal today, Paul, but how do you assess his performance for Spain today?
Well, he's been very dangerous, hasn't he? Up front there, he's had 1 or 2 chances as well, besides his goal, and he did also have an involvement in Ruiz's goal as well. So, to be honest with you, I think his performance has been great, just as I think the whole of the entire Spanish team's performance has been really, really good today. Collectively, they've been brilliant.
Yes, in final 21 minutes of the game, it remains 3-0 to Spain. All the goals came in the first half. Alvaro Morata on 29, Fabian Ruiz on 32, and Dani Carvajal on 45 minutes. As we see number 17, Bruno Pekovic, about to come on for Croatia in just a moment or two. He'll be replacing today for Croatia as they try and get back into the game. And he's number 25, the Sucic, who tries to come forward. Carvalho gets the ball away to Yamal, and Yamal's over halfway. Just cuts back to Carvalho once again. Now Rodri has the captain's armband. And he does well to keep hold of the ball, does Rodri. Now wide it goes into the path of Dani Carvajal again. And Spain just knocking the ball around well. Here's Rodri in the centre circle across to the left-hand side. A couple of yards in from the touchline is Cucurella onto the touch down the left onto the touchline, and Olmo back into Cucurella. Midway inside the Croatian offers. Rodri gets the ball to Olmo, cuts in field. Is a ball played through looking for Moreno. Can't keep hold of the ball then Mikel Moreno, and he couldn't get the ball forward. As also in around the back was Oyarzabal. Oyarzabal, and he looks to try and get the ball forward for Spain as well. But Croatia have possession back. And when you look at the substitutions that both teams have made so far, three apiece. When you look at the players that have come on, and the last in the moment is Scrummage has just got possession over on that far side for Croatia's. Vardo loses out to Yamal, and that's good work from the youngster to win the ball back from Vardo, but then he loses possession again in towards Perisic, and he's headed back to the goalkeeper, brilliantly by Rodri. When you look at the players that have come on, Paul, for both sides, you look at Spain and Moreno, Almo, Oyarzabal, and then you look at Croatia in Perisic, Sucic and Pelasic. Who do you think have got the more dangerous players on the field at this moment in time after the substitutions have been made, as we about to see another substitution for Croatia right now?
Well, Croatia making an important substitution here. Bruno Petkovic, we all know what he's capable of. Looking at Petkovic, his recent performances, he's got 11 goals in 36 games, so he's a dangerous player as well. Perisic, of course, has got 33 goals. So they've got some good players on the pitch, but I think, like for like, I think you've got to say that Spain have a stronger in-depth squad than Croatia do.
Yes, and Bruno Petkovic replaced Andrej Kramaric in the 72nd minute of the game. It remains Spain 3, Croatia 0. If you're just joining us, goals in the first half from Alvaro Morata, Fabian Ruiz and Dani Carvajal as the ball in towards the penalty area, down by the substitute number 15, Pelasic, and Susic can't get the ball forward, and Rodri will try and come forward for Spain, and he does well here. Oyarzabal gets the ball back to Rodri, and he's sprayed to the far side, and Yamal. Wonderful control from Yamal, and he drops the ball back to Carvajal. And that is a good bit of play from Spain just to keep hold of possession. They've had 48% possession, 9 attempts, 5 on target. Croatia 52% possession, 11 attempts, 3 on target so far in the game. And when you look at the stats like that, Paul, especially with the possession, you would expect Croatia to have more shots than Spain with more of the ball. And you can say
well, they've had 11 shots.
Forward. So... strike a goal, it goes tamely into the arms of Livakovic.
Well, they've had 11 shots and only 3 of them on target, which tells me they haven't been taking the chances, if I'm looking at that. So, I mean, it just kind of tells a tale, doesn't it?
Yeah, but what I'm saying though, Paul, they've had more possession. You expect them to create more chances and take more of the chances with having more of the ball in this game.
Yeah, but that's not always the case, is it, Russ? I mean, they've not taken their chances. That's what that stat tells me. That they've had the chances, they've had the shots, and they haven't been able to get them on target, which has been a problem for them today.
Yes, absolutely, Paul. And it doesn't just seem to be a problem for them. It seems to be a problem for some. It seemed to be a problem for Scotland last night. It seemed to be a bit of a problem for Hungary in the earlier game today. Wonder in this evening's game that you're covering first, Paul, Italy against Albania. I wonder if something similar will be happening to Albania this evening as well against Italy, whether they will be able to take their chance and it'll be a comfortable victory for the Italians like it's going to be for Spain.
I would expect Italy to beat Albania, but you know, I've learned. Well, in my years of watching football, I've learned that not everything is what it seems.
Yes, absolutely, Paul. Absolutely. As here comes Zabalo is being penalised for a foul there. Free kick to be given. Brozovic takes it quickly. Remains 3-0 to Spain. If you're just trying to see on the commentary, we're spinning alongside Paul James for your match this afternoon. Very good afternoon to you all. Very good morning. Very good evening, depending where you are across the world. If you're in early hours of Sunday morning, thank you very much for getting up very early and you using us as your breakfast time radio show to bring you the coverage of the European Championships. If you're just about to go to bed, thank you for choosing us as your nighttime radio show to keep you up to date with the European Championships. So if you're middle afternoon, about to have something to eat or about to go out for the evening, make sure you tune in to us and we'll keep up to date with this one for the European Championships, and then we'll have the Italy game later on for you at 8 from around about 7:50. Join myself, Russ Vernon, Paul James and Mike Orleman for this evening's clash in the European Championship between Italy and Albania in the second of Group B. In the Group B offerings today, as a ball is spread out brilliantly, as Ivan Perisic can come forward for Croatia. Can he get the ball into towards the penalty area? He can, and it's saved by Unai Simon in the end there, and that's a decent effort decent catch by Simon under no real pressure as Pasalic came in around the bad there.
Yeah, that's Simon has done really well today, hasn't he? He's took everything and dealt everything really, really well. He's looked a very, very solid goalkeeper.
Yes, and Yamal just got the fraction earlier this time. The offside flag is up against him, and that's raised very, very quickly there. And it was just an offside position. You can see, you don't need to wait. You can clearly tell he's offside. So well done to the linesman over on that far side, which I believe the man on that far side that we just showed you a shot of, I believe that is Dan Cook over there. And he did well there, didn't he, Paul? Putting his slug up straight away instead of waiting
I prefer they do
for the
that.
attack to come to an end.
Yeah, I prefer they do that. If it's tight and they're not short, fine. If it's really tight, but when it's obvious, just get the flag up. Don't wait.
Yes, and chance for Croatia, and it's a penalty to Croatia. Penalty to Croatia and a yellow card, and Croatia have a penalty. In this game, they wanted a red card. Rodri it is who's got a yellow card here, and Croatia may have a chance to get back in the game. Maya won the ball back off. Unai
It's a
Simon and
shocking
Rodri
mistake.
fetches it down his man. And to be honest, Paul, yes, he's given a penalty to Michael Oliver. I'm thinking he doesn't touch Petrovic here. Petrovic throws himself to the ground with no contact. Yellow card for Rodri is being given.
Well, he's got to give red, hasn't he? I mean, he had an empty net. If that's a penalty, he has to give red.
But Paul, I think the reason why there's no red, it was a double jeopardy ruling. Means if you give a penalty, it can only be a yellow card.
But that's only if you go for the ball. He didn't go for the ball there. If he's made contact with him, that is a red card. He did not go for the ball. He just went to trip him up. For me, that should be a red card. And if he's given a penalty there, which it looks like he has,
yeah, just confirmed the decision. It is a penalty.
I don't think there was much contact. I agree with you. I don't think there was much contact.
Yes, and now is a chance for the number 17 of Croatia, Bruno Petrovic, has a chance to step up and pull one back for Croatia here from the spot. Can Croatia and Petrovic get a goal back here and find a way back into this game on 8 with 10 minutes to go? Petrovic steps up and Unai Simon saves. Back in the Petrovic has scored.
Good save.
Petrovic has scored and the rebound is in, and Petrovic has made it back. Has made it 3-1. Croatia do have a goal on 80 minutes, and it's Spain 3, Croatia 1. Paul James.
Yeah, I actually think for me, I mean it's nicely tucked away in the end, but for me, I'm not sure on that penalty, Ross. I'm not sure.
Paul,
I don't know how much contact.
I don't think there was contact at all. To me, there was no contact at all, and Petrovic cheated his way to get Croatia on the score sheet, in my opinion.
Oh, surprise, surprise. The only VAR controversy we've had this weekend with Premier League officials.
Yes, in VAR, I am told VAR are checking the goal for potential offside.
Okay, well, let's have a look.
We'll wait and see, but we are hearing there's going to be a check for potential goal review for offside, so we may not have the goal for Croatia. We'll keep you informed. And Michael Oliver has disallowed the goal. There's no goal for Croatia. Goal disallowed. Offside against Petrovic. And the goal has been ruled out. It looks like.
Wow.
Yes, goal has been ruled out. And it's back to 3-0. And Petrovic has not scored. Missed a penalty and there was offside on the rebound as the ball come back across. And so it's still Spain 3, Croatia 0, Paul.
Wow, yeah, justice done in my opinion.
And man, there was never a penalty. And Mike, if he's giving it for encroachment, the penalty should be retaken. Mike's saying he's got this for encroachment, Paul.
If it's encroachment, it depends on who's encroaching. If it's the Croatian player that's encroached, then it's not. If the Spanish player is encroached, then it won't be retaken. If it's a Croatian player, it will be. So it depends on who did the encroaching. It seems a little strange after the penalty kick was taken that should be an issue. I don't know, but it's what I would say is I don't think it was a penalty to begin with. And if Michael Oliver did justify it to be a penalty, then he should have sent Rodri off.
Yes, and the free kick there to Croatia. Foul on Sotelo. As now Croatia will try and come forward and try and get a goal in this game. They thought they had one a few minutes ago when Bruno Petkovic pulled the ball in the back of the net after missing a penalty from the rebound. And it remains 3-0 to Spain.
Started with a mistake from the goalkeeper, didn't it? Even after I just said it'd been stellar all afternoon. That's another commentator's curse, Ross. I did one yesterday.
Yes, I heard the one you did yesterday, and you've done another one again today, Paul.
I'm just going to keep quiet.
Paul, that's probably for the best. No offense, my friend. But that's probably for the best if you end up staying quiet. If you stay quiet for the remainder of the game. Well, apart from when I come to you. No offense, my friend. Save your voice with a few main comms later.
Yeah, I got it for Italy and Albania, haven't I?
Yes, is it again, charging far down the left-hand side as they can come towards the penalty with Almo. Almost at the penalty, still going. But fantastic work again by Sotelo to come away with possession for Croatia. And then charging forward, here's the substitute, Sucic. Wonderful bit of play to Petkovic. Good crossfield pass out to Ivan Perisic inside the penalty. Perisic lines up a shot and blocked well there. And now he's cleared away. Can we get back into this game and strike a goal, and it's saved by Unai Simon again. And straight down with a comfortable save in the end. And Mike says, and you'll do one later, he's sure about that. I mean, to be fair, he cursed Scotland yesterday. Two, he said they were holding firm, and then Germany scored, which Mike actually did say that. But Mike, at the time when you did say that, though, they were holding firm, they were playing well. As Rodri goes down here now with a bit of a problem for Spain, and if he's injured, that could be a big miss for Spain for the upcoming matches in the tournament, Paul.
Yeah, they've got Italy next. They don't want to lose him for that.
They've already lost Alvaro Morata to injury as well, so they won't want to lose another one. In the end,
still down, but we'll see. Looks like Spain are about ready to make their last two substitutions as well.
Yes. Interesting to see who is coming on here. One of them is, I can tell you the two substitutions that are coming off. One of them is Rodri and one of them is Yamal. And I'm surprised by the Mal substitution. He's done really well today, Lamal.
Well, they probably don't want to overwork him. I would say now would be a good time to take him off. 5 minutes to go. You've got Italy up next. I think that's a really good time to take him off and rest him for the forthcoming game against Italy.
And coming on is Ferran Torres and Zubimendi as well, who comes on for Spain in this game, so another double substitution for Spain. And in a moment, Paul, I'll be asking for you to give us your player of the match, which we'll ask for in a couple of minutes' time, my friend. So if you
All
want to be
right.
thinking of that, or if you've got one in mind already, let us know you've gone for in a second. But see,
I'll
be
just
interested to see
pop
who
it
you've
in the
gone for.
private chat.
No problem. But we're interested to see who you'll go for the player of the match today. As we see Croatia in possession, and they'll try and come forward as we can see Stanic back into Shutala, who keeps hold of the ball really, really well. And Paul, I've just seen your choice for man of the match, and I would have to say he would be my choice as well, who you've gone for. So a really good choice there, my friend. I won't give any spoilers away, but the one who Paul's gone for would also be my player of the match today, guys, as well. So I'm not surprised with his choice of man of the match. We'll get his choice for man of the match very shortly, as we see Spain come forward back in numbers, should I say, as Croatia come forward, and we'll look to come forward. Next time we get a stoppage in play, we'll go and ask Paul who his player of the match too, which what we'll say, guys, is if you've watched this game, I think you'll have been impressed by the player Paul's gone for as well. I won't give the spoiler away on who it is. But I will say, Paul, whoever you've gone for, it wasn't our choice to pick from, wasn't it? For you and your
It was a hard choice. I could have picked pretty much anyone on that team.
Yes, as Torres goes for goal and he's blocked behind for a corner.
They've been they've been playing very, very well.
Yes, we'll watch this corner, Paul, and then I'll get your player of the match. As Ferran Torres runs out to take the corner on that far side as he goes across there. Olmo, Nacho, Zubamendi all up from the back. Also to the nomad inside the penalty area there. Also Moreno in around the penalty area as well now from the back. And we see this ball come in. Torres whips the ball in. Carvel trying to go an end of that and he's headed away. Comes as far as Olmo. Olmo will keep hold of possession well. Cucurella drops the ball forward and does really, really well. Cucurella again drops it all the way back there to Simon, and Simon does well to find Ruiz, who's done really, really well in midfield for Spain today as well. And he would have been a candidate for my player of the match as well. Fabian Ruiz, as the one who Paul's gone for, I find out in a moment as they see the ball. Olmo does good work here from Spain, and they win themselves a free kick foul on Nacho just inside the Croatian half. Spain have gone with it quickly, so we won't go to Paul for the player of the match at this moment in time. We will go it as well. Mike has given his player of the match. I'll read Mike's out in a moment, so we don't give any spoilers away what Paul may have gone for. So as soon as we've gone with Paul's choice, I'll read your choice out, Mike. No, it's Mike. And that's a good shout from you, Mike, and I won't mention it. Spoil it as it is Ferran Torres handball there against Ferran Torres. Free kick to Croatia. And as we just about see how many minutes of stoppage time we will get end of this second half, we will see there will be a minimum of, and when we get confirmation in a second, 5 added minutes end of the second half. I'm into that now with Croatia having the possession. So while Croatia just knocking the ball around well, just keeping it at this moment in time. Paul, would you like to give your player of the match to our listeners, please?
Yes, the player of the match today is going to the number 19, Lamine Yamal. Outstanding performance. He's been involved in 2 of the goals. His performance today has just been spectacular. He's tormented Croatia from the moment at the start of the game right through to the moment he was taken off. He is going to be one of the greatest players in the future if he carries on the way that he is going. He has been absolutely brilliant, and if he continues to play like this in this tournament, there's going to be a lot of interest in this young man. So today's player of the match, sponsored by Commentary Services, goes to Spain's number 19, Lamine Yamal.
Great choice there, Paul. He would be up there as well, in my opinion. Mike says he went Yamal for me. He's been excellent. He's been the standout for me. So your choice, Paul, has also been approved, and Mike has also given your player. He's also said he would be his player of the match if he was doing player of the match on this game. And we can tell our listeners, Mike will have the privilege of giving the player of the match on the later game between Italy and Albania, with Mike part of the commentary team on co-commentary for that game, alongside Paul later on today, as we see the ball coming forward. What can Croatia do here as they try and get a goal just before the end of this game, which would be a consolation goal, as Brozovic lives across in and headed just wide from Ivan Perisic in the end there, and that's a poor header just wide there, Paul James, from Ivan Perisic.
Yes, opportunity there. But once again, it's been the same thing all afternoon, hasn't it? They've not really been able to create much.
Yes, absolutely, Paul. Absolutely, mate. And they've not created much and not really got much into the game either. They've not really had that many goal-scoring opportunities in this second half. Really, have with Croatia today, Paul?
No, they haven't. Most of the chances are coming in the first half, to be honest. But again, this really boils down to the fact that you've got a team that have not performed at their best, and they've had these chances and not taken them on top of everything else.
Yes, as Mikel Moreno's cross is deflected behind by Marin Pogacic, and Olmo and Ferran Torres across there for this corner kick to Spain. And he said they're not back full at 10 yards, but they've taken it quickly anyway and on with the game. Here's Spain in possession with Zubimendi, does well, keeps on of possession. And then Ruiz lives across in, headed back across goal from Robin the Nomad. And he has to charge back now as Maya can race forward for Croatia. And what can he do? He's got Stanjic onside, in space on this right hand side. He delivers a cross, which is blocked brilliantly by the number 18, Zubimendi. Now, Olmo can come forward. Wonderful ball over the top, and that's a brilliant bit of play. And can Croatia go back in which they have? They've got a free kick here. And for me, yes, they have caught. Yes, the number 21, Mike Oyarzabal, has caught him, but before the incident had happened, it was an handball by Sotelo, which for me should have been a free kick to Spain in that position there, not Croatia. But the referee's giving Croatia, and they've taken it. We're into the final minute of the game, and after we've come to the conclusion of the game, we'll get the thoughts of Paul James on the overall game today from Spain and Croatia's point of view, and then we'll be back later for the game between Italy and Albania. It remains Spain 3, Croatia 0, as we see Dani Carvajal go down and win a free kick. Final 25 seconds or so left to play in this game. Dani Carvajal will leave the free kick to Unai Simon, and we'll just watch the clock run down. Luka Modric on the bench watching on. He started next to his midfield teammate Mateo Kovacic there, Luka Modric, and he was just watching on now. Started this game, which will end in defeat, 3-0 to Spain. All 3 goals in the first half. As Unai Simon clears the ball downfield, and the full-time whistle goes in this game, and it is a victory in the end for Spain by 3-0. Morata on 29, Fabian Ruiz on 32, and Dani Carvajal on 45 minutes gives Spain a comfortable victory over Croatia, and they were never really troubled, in all fairness. Spain, comfortable winners, run out 3-0 winners in the end, 3-0 at half-time, 3-0 at the end of the game, and only, from my reckoning, Paul, in the entire game, and I'll just going to double check this before I say it out loud, because I don't want to get it wrong. Yes, there was only 1 yellow card in that match, which, after some of the matches earlier on in the tournament, we've seen a few. Surprising, especially when we had a Premier League referee with some of the challenges that went in today, in my opinion. But yeah, Paul, your thoughts overall on the game, as well as that there and there?
Well, to Spain have done very, very well. They've dominated the game pretty much from start to finish. I mean, I would say it is what it is. They've done very, very well. They've basically dominated the game. They have also performed to a level that is extremely competitive, and at the end of the day, they're looking very, very strong now for going through to the next round of the competition.
Absolutely, Paul. Absolutely. So Spain, comfortable 3-0 winners in the end over Croatia. My thanks to Paul James for his excellent coverage, excellent co-coms coverage alongside me tonight. He's now going to get ready to go and cover the Italy game alongside Mike Coleman in round about 50 minutes' time. Join us for that then. But until then, from myself, Russ Vernon, Paul James, and the rest of the team here at the Commentary Hub, thank you very much for listening. We'll see you in around about 50 minutes' time for coverage of Italy against Albania. Join us then and don't go anywhere. Thank you very much.